Well, there's the results of being 14 days overdue. Nice heifer calf here last night. Here. We go on. She's still just a little protective, but we didn't video it because it got things were starting to get a little bit serious. We had to pull the calf, and I'm not sure if it had a bowel movement while in the sack, but the discolor of the fluid was quite a concern anyway. And so anyway, a friend of mine up the road came down. I couldn't get my arm in. I could just barely touch its snout, and when I seen what was going on, I knew I didn't have much time to fool around. Here. So anyway, he came down and he got in a little farther than what I did, and everything was coming right. Feet were right, the snout was there, but the two of us pulling, we couldn't budge it, so we had to put the calf jack on it. And once we got the head by, I mean, things were pretty good after that. So, but the calf was smart. We navel dipped it a couple extra times just because the chances of it picking up bacteria from what had happened. But it was it coughed and snorted, and stuff flew out of it, and it's very best. So I'm very thankful for Justin Noble coming down and giving me a hand on that one, because that was pretty tense here last night. And I don't know why that little cow, or actually not super little, but why last year she was 15 days over, this year it's 14. And I don't like that when that's going on, because the calf keeps on growing. So, but it's a beauty. It was up and it was trying to come to his feet, and it was on its feet in 20 minutes. So wanting to suck. So I mean, everything was good here last night, but it was pretty tense for a few minutes. So we realized that calf has had lots of kick in it, so it all worked out, I guess. So that's the results of the big weight.
So, is it a heifer or is it a bull?
Here's your viewpoint right there. Oh, it moved its tail. No, it's a heifer.
Another little girl.
Look at the hip on it already, though. That's going to be a thick, nice thick calf. Get a nice curly top, just like its father.
Who's the father?
Or Charlet Bull. Can't think of his exact name right now, but he shows his features all right.
Mama's cooing at the baby.
Oh, she's a good mother. Maybe I'll just step out of here. Here. Yeah, so never a dull moment. It could have, thank goodness for the cameras, because all day long I was watching her once again, and she was up and down, and then I came out to do the chores there last night. She flopped on the floor and cast a little fluid, and I said, here we go. Things are engaging. So I let her go there for an hour or so, maybe actually close to 2 hours, and she needed a little help. She didn't give up. Once we started pulling, she started pushing again. But anyway, I'd like to see them. I'd like to see them come a little easier than that, because you got to start putting the pullers to them. That's hard on rigging, I guess. Hard on the mother, but it wasn't that bad though, really. They always say though, the old folks always told me, a fat cow calves harder than a thin cow. Now I always thought, how could that be? Conditioning, we always aim for conditioning. But that cow's fat, and they can't seem to get that rocking motion that they need. Like there's so much fat there, they're trying to push that in the same area that the calf's got to come out. So I think maybe some of the old boys knew exactly what they were talking about. I still don't like thin cows, but that fat does cause a little bit of hindrance, I think, sometimes. So, but anyway. Yeah, so another one due on the 26th. So that's going to be Lindsay's second calf heifer. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. She paid $80 for her calf. Come out of it's a cross black Angus Holstein. Shows that Angus is real heavy. We'll have a look at it there when we go through the door. But anyway, she told the boys, she said, they all got a bull calf that year. And she said, I'm getting a heifer. She said, and I'll have my beef as long as Dad has cows. So I'd have to say Lulu had her thought pattern in the right direction that day. As long as Dad keeps doing the barn work.
And the hang.
And the hay and everything else that goes with it. But I don't mind at all, really. She was out last night, spent a little time with her.
Oh, kitties.
Sure glad she went last night. Not tonight. It's going to be -22. It was a beautiful night for cabin last night. Was it -2? I think in the evening there. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure everybody is watching from, but we've got a weather warning out for major drop in temperatures, cold snap. So, yeah, you can see I don't know if you can see outside the door there where the cows are, they can freely come in and out of the barn. There's a water bowl, electric water bowl, but there's snow blowing off the roof out there. The wind's picking up. It's going to be a cold night, cold day tomorrow. What are you going to be doing tomorrow, Wayne?
Well, we're going to be starting to, I fell probably 6 twitches up there in the woodlot last Saturday, so I'm taking the tractor up this afternoon to try to, we got to go up the road a few miles there, so I thought I'd get the tractor up there tonight, or before tonight. I'd rather drive up at -2 in the sunshine than -22 tomorrow morning, so.
Yeah.
And I'm not fortunate enough to have a cab, so anyway.
All right, let's go have a look at Tess.
So this is Tess. We raised that, that was a pale calf. We bought that as, I guess it was what, three days old maybe, 2 or 3 days old. Raised it from a pail. And she's turned into a nice little cow. But well, like I say, she's just young. And, she's making up pretty fast there now. So I think she's going to be on schedule. The way it's looking.
What did you say her due date was?
It's the 26th. So was that Sunday or Monday?
Monday.
Monday. Okay, Monday. That's right.
Today's Friday.
Yeah. And you'll see her now, even like she'll back up against the wall and get, rocking back and forth. And so I think she'll be on schedule.
Hey, Tessie. She is a nice heifer. She's friendly.
Yeah.
Ain't ya? Yeah. So stay tuned on that. What did Tess have last year?
She had a bull calf.
Okay.
And done well. So.
Yeah, she may not stay in this pen. There might be some shuffling go on here. She's just in here temporarily.
Yeah, I always like to have them cabin in where there's a headlock in case like last night we had to pull that one, and they got to be anchored when you start pulling. So.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the calf jack. I mean, the mechanical advantage is that there's this apparatus goes around their hind quarters, and as you're ratcheting it's on a pole, and that's pushing against so the cow's body's the anchor, and you're jacking so the jack is pushing against the cow's hips. So anyway, it works. The mechanical advantage that you get from it's amazing versus just like saying they're pulling their guts out on them. Anyway.
Okay, well, I have to go back to work for the afternoon. You took the afternoon off.
Well, I just had some things I wanted to get done here.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Wayne actually works a day job also. He's a full-time welder. So this farming thing is another
Full-time job.
full-time job, pretty much, yeah.
My daytime job supports my nighttime habit. That's what I've always said.
No, that's what your wife has already told you.
Well, okay. I thought it was pretty
A
accurate.
number of times, and yes, it is very accurate. You have to work to support your hobby. Anyway, stay tuned. We'll keep you posted on any goings on here, and everybody stay warm.